Squeeze it as hard as you can. Even you can't break it.
I've done it before. Gosh.
How is it
back up, Benny.
hard?
Hey everybody, I'm Garrett.
And I'm Carolyn.
And we're Diary of a Family.
And we're living life intentionally with you. And today we're talking about our homeschooling journey.
Now, if you want to see if I can break this egg with this little science experiment, stay tuned till the end.
Let's start this journey with talking about our homeschool history.
We were both homeschooled from grade school through high school.
We had different moms, obviously, so different experiences. But I really feel like we didn't miss out too much on anything that a public school or a private school student might get.
Yeah, we were all involved in things like Boy Scouts. You were involved with 4-H, right? And we were both involved heavily in our church as well. So we got plenty of socialization. There were sports. I played softball.
I
played baseball and soccer.
I've been involved in our drama team at church.
And I ran dramatic productions.
So we both learned how to read. We both learned how to write.
Do math, cursive. I think we both got pretty well-rounded educations at home.
And as we were both in the generation that experienced non-technology and technology, I feel like our parents did give us a good exposure to being comfortable with technology. There was a computer in both homes.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad taught you how to use a computer. My parents just allowed my sister and I to learn it on our own.
Music was also a very big part. I learned to play guitar. I think everybody in your family plays some kind of musical instrument.
I actually learned how to play the flute first.
Flute first?
Yeah. Flute, piano. I sang in choirs. I did vocals by myself.
I think our kids have shown an interest in music as well.
Foreign languages. I got foreign language in community college, and your mom actually spoke another language.
Yeah, she taught us Spanish, though it never really stuck.
Well,
but
what high schooler ever has Spanish stick? Some of them, a few of them, that actually get a chance to use it.
So why did we choose to homeschool over sending our kids to normal school?
First off, we noticed that our children learn at different speeds, and we don't want to hold them back. You kind of have to go along with the slowest person in the classroom when you're dealing with public or private school situation.
And sometimes a curriculum that might work for one child doesn't necessarily work for another child.
Hey,
Timmy, what are you working on, bud?
my phonics. Pretty good at it.
Yeah.
Got pretty far on it.
Yeah.
Good at reading.
So homeschooling gives us the flexibility of choosing the curriculum that works best for our children. And if it doesn't work, we can toss it. And then we can also go at the speed that our children are at. Emma is far advanced in her mathematical skills.
You use 7 and 13. So you have to figure out how many you had and then how many you used. And then the smaller number goes on top.
And is pretty par on course with her reading and writing skills for her age and age group. Timothy, on the other hand, didn't show an inclination of wanting to learn at the age that Emma did. And so we were able to put it off for another year and a half until he was able to comprehend that yes, he does need to study, yes, he does need to learn how to read, and no, it's not too difficult. You just need to follow mommy and daddy's teaching.
1 Corinthians 13 verses 4 through 7. Love is patient and love is kind. Love is not jealous or boastful, proud or rude. It does not demand its own. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged.
We also chose to homeschool because there were a lot of negatives that we saw in the public school system that we really just didn't want to expose our kids to.
With the way society has advanced, it's hampering teachers from really keeping control of their classes, which allows for students to become bullies and hurt other children emotionally and or physically. And we're just not willing to allow our children to either A, become the bully, or B, be bullied.
Well, that, and you know, there has been a rise, I don't want to say it's common, but like with school shootings, that it does seem to happen every once in a while. And you know, that's something that we just didn't want our kids to be involved in if we could help it.
As parents, we only want what's best for our children, and that's really what's at heart when we make these decisions for our children. Every parent has that choice, and they weigh the pros and cons, and for us, it just felt like we wanted to continue with something that was known to us. We didn't feel that we missed out on anything.
And we have the ability to teach our kids the way we want them to be taught, not the way a school system wants them to be taught.
We feel that we are just as capable as a public school system in molding our children to be good citizens when they're adults. The third concern we had as parents is the content that is taught to children at an early age. We felt like it was inappropriate. Some of the subjects and content, such as sex education and some social issues, being taught to children at the early age of kindergarten and first grade, when they don't really have the ability to comprehend necessarily at the level that these subjects require. In the end, we as parents have the responsibility to raise our children so that they will be successful and independent when they are adults.
Ever since our kids were young, we have been trying to educate them via hands-on experiences.
With our history as homeschoolers, it set us up as parents to be comfortable taking our children through life and experiencing things, not just out of a book, but hands-on. We've done children's museums, we've volunteered in the community, we've done swimming lessons as a family. Anytime our kids had questions, we would experiment at home. We could stop, we could explain, we could demonstrate in the moment.
A characteristic of mammals is that they have hair.
Let's answer our questions for day one. The things that make animals different from people and other animals are called. Please circle the characteristics of a bird. Hair, feathers, nose, beak.
Today we're going to see how strong eggs are or not. What you'll need is an egg in an area you don't mind getting messy. Squeeze as hard as you can and see if you can break it.
You guys ready to try?
Yeah.
The foundations we laid early in our homeschooling adventure laid the foundation for our children to transition into travel lifestyle. It's been a fantastic adventure watching them be able to learn concepts and topics on the fly in whatever environment or situation that we're in.
Homeschooling has really allowed us to set the textbooks down, to plan days where we can go explore museums, go to national parks, and even local parks, anything where our kids are encouraged to learn. We really love these outings and the ability to just get outside.
I would say on average, we do at least a field trip a week when we are in a location that has much to offer. In the Louisiana area, we were able to tour water treatment plants and train depot sort of memorabilia.
Train museum.
We explored the state of Louisiana at a museum, a recreation of the Fort Jean-Baptiste. We've been able to experience national parks that many children only read about in books and experience through videos or photos in books, such as the Grand Canyon.
We also went to Lake Meredith National Recreation Area, Flint's Alabate Quarry National Monument,
and Palo Duro Canyon. All these were located in the panhandle of Texas. In each one of these locations, our kids are learning geography, they're learning history, they're learning things like gemology and geology. It's touching their interests and allows us to see what our kids are are interested in, and what might encourage them to learn the harder subjects, the duller subjects, by sprinkling in the things that create curiosity. When it comes to kids and learning, they can learn at any time, anywhere, any place. Learning is not exclusive to a classroom and children sitting still at desks. That is the freedom and the lifestyle that many families have chosen in this full-time life. If you are not confident in your homeschooling abilities, there are programs that you can purchase that allow your child to learn, that gives you an outline of what should be learned at what time and when. Again, placing your child in a box or in a certain curriculum and telling them this is how it has to be learned is detrimental to a child's enjoyment of learning. Be flexible. Let your children experience more than just book learning.
What do you like about homeschooling?
Because I don't get to go to a principal's office and...
Our trailer is a principal office,
Yeah.
isn't it? What's your favorite subject?
Oh! I'll tell you, it's math.
You like math?
And science.
Emma, what's your favorite subject?
History.
History?
Yeah.
What do you like about history?
Well, I like learning about great people back then, like George Washington and Abraham Lincoln and people like that.
Do you like school?
Yeah.
Can you count with me?
Yeah.
1, 2, 7, 8,
9,
2.
If you are interested in homeschooling your children or just learning more about what homeschooling is all about, we encourage you to check out Homeschool Legal Defense at hslda.org. We found this as a great resource, and we are members of this community to allow us protection for our homeschooling and assistance if we have difficulties along the way.
HSLDA has a map locator which allows you to find out what the laws are to homeschool per state. It's very, very easy. You can just click on the state that you live in, and it'll spell out what the requirements are.
Be sure if you do start a homeschooling journey that you are in regulation with your state's requirements. Thank you for joining us on our homeschool journey.
Should we check out to see if I could break that egg?
Can you break that egg?
Life science.
All right, Timothy, are you ready to try?
Yeah.
Here's your egg. Wrap your fingers over. Squeeze!
I can't break it.
You can't break it?
Squeeze hard! Squeeze hard! I can't do it! I can't do it! I can't do it! I can probably do it with 2 hands. Dad, how about you try to crack this egg with your hand?
Okay, let's see if we can do it. Ready?
Yeah. Squeeze it as hard as you can. Even you can't break it.
I've done it before.
How is
Back up then.
on the camera?
I need something to clean that up. Well,
What?
I got a little close.
Dad, you want a rag?
A wet rag, please. Ah, that was interesting.
Garretts Experiment was fun, but was also quite messy. It's all up and down the side of Bella and Natasha's trailer. Plus, it's all over our camp chair.
My chair.
Garrett's gonna have to clean it up.
Yeah.
Oh, you let it dry. Now it's gonna be hard to scrub off. Might as well just wash the entire side of the trailer.
I'm gonna go back and warm my voice.
No, Edison. No, Edison. There's eggshell stuck on it too.
Yep.
Done?
I think so.
Hi! You have a clean window now.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And as always,
Live life intentionally.
I ran drama productions.
You should say that again.
And I ran drama productions. Dramatic learning while we're traveling.
Train. From the beginning. Train.
It's like 17 times. I gotta do it 17 times. I think we'll have a blooper reel. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna have to clean that train. That'll be some of your blooper reel.
I was wondering where all
How do you take that?
most of the egg went.